What do you think they were doing the past several years? The reason there's no evidence is not that Pam and Cash and Dan are covering it up. It's that the Democrats covered it up a long time ago.
I mean,
there's no evidence left for them to get to.
Exactly.
So they just bided their time.
I have no idea.
I mean, there's the popular narratives, which are, Trump is from the Democrats at least. Trump is implicated. So Donald Trump said to Cash and to Dan Bongino and AG Bondi to make it go away. It won't come out because Donald Trump is in there. There's the idea that it was all the information was actually scrubbed a long time ago. Because this is, what he died in. He died in what, 22? Was it? I think something like that. 21
or 22.
Yeah, something like that. And the previous administration got rid of all of the information. But neither of those are particularly satisfying, and I don't know that there's any evidence to validate either of those stories. There's circumstantial evidence, but there's nothing solid. So, I mean, I have no idea.
Would it have even been in the previous administration's best interest to scrub that evidence? Wouldn't?
Well, the other conspiracy theory is that in 2020, there was a plot to steal the election from Trump because they wanted to go in and clean all this up. I don't know that we can just talk about the 2020 election and say there was a lot of weird things about it. Now, Cash has released information that there was a Chinese plot to produce fake mail-in ballots. We don't know where that's going. The DOJ at the time covered that up, saying that, I should cover it up. They refused to investigate the lead. So there are questions about what really happened in terms of foreign influence. Maybe we'll never know. Certainly some people think weird and crazy things. I think ballot harvesting and changing the rules through judges and governors was how it was largely pulled off. But the argument would be that Democrats got in by any means necessary, even if it was going to be Joe Biden, because they wanted to go into the DOJ and go in the FBI offices and get rid of any incriminating evidence.
Yeah, but there's an awful lot of reasons why the Democrats want to win that election. Other than,
of course,
covering your tracks is covering up your tracks is just fine, but
opening the borders for 4 years and flooding in 10 million people,
reconstructing America, reconstructing the world. I mean, they've got a pretty big agenda. They think in their minds the reason they're covering up for themselves is because they're going to save the world.
Yeah. That's they really do.
In the way that the emperor was trying to save the galaxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have this before we wrap up that I want to highlight this tweet from Cernovich from 2019. Jeff Epstein's butler kept a detailed log of Epstein's crimes. Epstein's butler tried selling this information, which the FBI admitted was damning. Prosecutors gave Epstein a free pass, however, and indicted the butler for trying to sell the information. How about them apples? You know what, man? I'm starting to see a lot of people say things like, you know what? I don't care about the Epstein story. We lost. They destroyed the evidence a long time ago. Let's focus on Trump's agenda and what we can do. I half agree with that. Half. I understand. The reality is, powerful forces in government probably destroyed this evidence a long time ago. 2020. Mm-hmm. And we're chasing our tails and wasting time with that being reality. That being said, I think they're handling this miserably, and there is a way to deal with it if that is the case. And that is, from the get-go, they should have said, it is not so simple as to just release this. Sorry, we're still investigating. And look into anyone who may have destroyed evidence. Pam Bondi put out that letter saying the FBI was withholding evidence from her.
Yep.
They should have said, this is going deep and it's getting weird, and if we want to get these prosecutions, we need to investigate properly. But if that's not the case, then this whole thing just...
I mean, it stinks.
Poorly done.
It stinks, but, from the position of someone that's, watching from the sidelines, there's not a whole lot we can do except for just be like, like, what the hell,
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.